Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at Bandai's Power Rangers Legacy line of 1-to-1 scale helmets, and obviously this is the Green Ranger or Dragon Ranger helmet. I have not looked at the red one. I do plan to pick it up though, I think, because why not? But this thing's pretty cool. You guys know I'm a big Green Ranger fan in terms of Power Rangers. I'm not the biggest Power Rangers fan in the world, but I did grow up on it, and Green Ranger was, of course, my dude, so I had to get the Green Ranger helmet. And if you guys were watching my live streams the other day, then you saw me playing around with it, and it's pretty fun. But there are definitely some issues. The first issue, which isn't really an issue, but it is for me, because this stand right here, this guy right here, has a hollow bottom, so I couldn't put him on my turntable and have a cool spinning thing, and I didn't want to build an apparatus to make it fit, so I didn't do that. So we don't have a turntable in the beginning of this review, but I don't suppose we absolutely need it anyway. So what we can do is just take a look at it. And this is gonna be not quite like my regular reviews. As you can tell, there's no articulation or anything like that, but we're gonna go over it, and that way you guys can see what it's like. And they are available for pre-order at Big Bad Toy Store, and I'll tell you right now, and then you're gonna want to see the rest of the review so you can kind of understand why. I'm gonna go ahead and recommend this with some reservations. The reservations are going to come out as we go through it. It's halfway really awesome and halfway kind of disappointing, and you'll see. So let's go ahead and dive into it. The first thing I want to comment on is the shape. As you can see, you're looking at it basically at right down the middle. So there's no parallax or any weird issues going on with the camera, and it's right there. I'm not like zoomed in super tight or anything like that. And that, what you're seeing right here, is what it looks like in real life. And that's one of the issues I have. It seems fairly narrow, particularly in this region, in the lower half. It seems to me like it's not quite accurate. It seems very narrow. But here's the thing. As soon as you turn it a little bit, or even at some angles up or down, it makes it look right. So I'm not sure. I've showed some people, and some people say it looks just right, and some people say it looks just wrong. But here's a quick comparison at basically the same angle and same size. You see the difference. You see how this one looks so much wider. This one doesn't. I'll angle it so you can see them head on. They don't line up. They're not the same. And that's what bugs me about it. There seems to be a whole lot more width overall, especially here and here. It's very noticeable. You see a whole lot more cheek on this and a whole lot more of this part over here. And this looks like it's even actually a picture of this, which there's no way it is, because as you can see, it's not the same. It's way wider, very much rounder, and that's what all the action figures look like too, so I don't think I'm wrong in stating that this one is too narrow. And that is one of the issues. Now, as soon as you turn it, it looks pretty much normal, but it seems that it's just too narrow. I don't think it's necessarily too long front to back. It's just not wide enough, which does bug me. It's not going to be a deal breaker. I don't think you're going to do better, especially at a $100 price point, because you're going to have to go like, third party or something like that, and those are going to be like multiple hundreds if it's any good. So it's definitely an issue. Is it a deal breaker? I don't know. At first it was for me, but then I was like, I don't think I'm going to do better, and this is still pretty cool, and at most angles it looks awesome. And then even the way it is, it still looks pretty cool. So I don't know, guys. I'm going to have to leave that one up to the individual buyers. It does look a little bit narrow. If you guys are super big Power Ranger fans, you can let me know what you think, but that's an issue. Another issue is, if memory serves, I didn't get a chance to look it up. I'll check it afterwards, but I remember the Green Ranger being not quite so like emeraldy. Or maybe emerald is a better color. Whatever color this is, there's too much yellow in it. I remember a little bit more blue in his green, especially in the suit. Maybe not as much in the helmet, but I don't remember it being quite so saturated yellowy green. Like, this is very, like, almost like a pure green, where I remember a lot more blue. So I'm gonna have to check on that, but if that's the case, that's another issue. It's probably not a deal breaker, because I doubt most people remember that, since I commented on that in the action figure review for one of them. People are like, hey, I didn't realize it, he is the wrong color, but that's it's the way it goes. It still looks awesome. It's a very nice green. It's also not painted, by the way. This is all just molded plastic for the green. So that's interesting. It's not necessarily the most uniform. There's a little bit of clouding here and there, but it's not super obvious. It is kind of a fingerprint magnet. It's a lot like your average smartphone these days. You can see your fingerprints just about everywhere. Same thing is true for the base down here. So if you're gonna actually use this as a display, you're gonna definitely want to wipe it down with maybe an alcohol wipe or something once you're done handling it, but that's not a huge deal. They did a decent job with the paint job on the little gem up here. There's a little bit of gold around it, and the red part is actually molded, I believe, in red. So that's okay. It looks all right. The black line work is fairly clean. It's not perfect, but it's definitely good enough. If you're not looking at it right up close for a review like this, you're probably not going to notice that it's not 100% uniform, so that's okay. And like I said, all of these pieces are separate molded pieces. The silver part's painted here. The white is molded, so that's good. The white's nice and clean and pure looking, so that's really nice. So, yeah, that's okay. And the stand, like I mentioned, is hollow. It's not the best stand in the world, but it does say green, or it says Mighty Morphin Green Ranger, which is a little bit weird. Let me go ahead and lift that up so you can see here. So the stand is fairly cheap, but it'll do. It'll get the job done. So that's okay. And it just sits there. It's hollow plastic, and it has like a little holder at the top. So nothing special, but it'll get the job done, like I said. So as far as the helmet goes, it is fully functional as far as being able to put it on. And that's one of the things that really impressed me and probably why I'm so happy with this, even despite its problems. I have a really big head. I mean, it fits my body mostly, I think, but it's still, I'm a big guy and I have a big head, and this thing fits pretty well. And the cool thing is that I can actually fit it, but the way they've done it, it has a really nice seam going along back here. It's almost not noticeable, and that's so much better than the Red Ranger, which would just basically cut in half from what I've seen. So that's really cool. So it just has some tabs back here that kind of hold it in place. And then, of course, you have your little spring clips down here, which is more accurate to the American version of the show anyway. And then this has like an extending piece to slide it in and out so that you have plenty of room to lift this and actually put it on your head. And then it has a bunch of adjustable straps in here, which are all plastic, so you don't have to worry about them like getting sweaty or dirty or anything. You can adjust it front to back, side to side, up and down. It's got lots of adjustments, so that's really nice. And it will fit your head if you have a big head. If you have a little head, you can adjust the straps down, and you'll be able to wear it. So that's super awesome. And it is pretty stuffy inside. I'm not going to lie about that. It is very stuffy, but I think that's okay. I don't think most people who are buying this are going to be wearing it that much, if I had to guess. You do have ventilation back here. This is open in the corner here, and it's open under here. It's not super noticeable, so that's pretty cool. And it's not bad. It does muffle your voice quite a bit if you're going to wear it. And I'll put it on so you guys can see in the video, of course. But it's still pretty cool. So is it perfect? No, definitely not. But it is still really cool. And I think for $100, it's like $110, I think maybe. Whatever it is, it's right around there. I don't remember. I bought it a while ago. Or paid for it a while ago anyway. I think it's worth it. I think you're getting your money's worth, and it's cool to have a one-to-one helmet that you can actually wear. You don't get that kind of thing very often. Not that you need to wear it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not like sitting around wearing my Green Ranger helmet while I'm watching TV. But it's just the concept of having it being functional rather than just a chunk of plastic sitting on a shelf. It is a functional helmet, so having that extra bit is just, to me, makes it more valuable. I don't know if you guys feel that same way, but it's kind of like that Master Chief helmet we got with Halo 3 that was just a little bit too small and definitely not functional. Whole lot less cool. Whereas even if it was just the kind of thing that just sits on your head if you wanted it to, that would make it so much more valuable intrinsically. At least that's how I think about it. Let me know what you guys think. I like it, but again, there are those issues, so keep those in mind if you're thinking about picking it up. It's cool, but it's not perfect. So we're going to leave it there. And thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I have new videos up every single day, just about almost every day anyway. We play video games, we talk about TV, movies, action figures, helmets, statues, all kinds of different things. So make sure you come back for that. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. Turn on the notification bell so you can see all of these upcoming videos. And in the meantime, keep collecting. Hey, don't judge me. I said I don't wear it while I'm watching TV. Playing video games is an entirely different thing.